Mataji, we can send it in the group.
Yes, Mataji, I'm just sending.
Okay. Vinita Mataji is okay?
Vinita Mataji went to Dallas, Mataji,
Okay.
for the Rath Yatra festival.
Oh, yeah.
Mataji, I sent the link in one group. Can you please check? Because sometimes, I don't know why the Facebook
Yeah.
is a little different.
Yes, I see. Yeah, I see that. So then you want me to send it in the other group?
Is it correct? If it's correct, I'll send it in.
Yes, I just click it and see.
It's taking us to the Bhakti Sangha page only, right?
Yes, Mataji. Yes.
Okay,
yes.
then I'll send it. Hare Krishna.
Okay. Hare Krishna. Thank you, Mataji. Okay, so we have Abhinav, Subhadra Giridhari, Ryan. Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna, Mataji.
We'll just message it in the group, okay? Okay, it's a class start completion. Okay. Ryan, are you there? Okay, Ryan is still joining. Okay, so what are the names that you have given now? Remember we started with Krishna's names. For the last 2 weeks we weren't there. 1 week was holiday. Yes, Subhadra Giridhari?
Wait, Mataji, no, that was an accident. I just did that.
Okay. So Abhinav, so you finished with an A,
Yeah.
the name
so,
of the Lord with A, B. I think it's with an H right now for you?
What? No, I didn't do the B yet.
Not the B yet? Okay. So do you want to write a name which starts with B?
Yes.
How about you, Giridhari? Your name already
Mataji?
is
Yeah, I'm
it's
just doing, yeah.
it's already Giridhari, right? So you can think of another name if you want. It's the you know what, like Giridhari, what we're doing is with G, the name of the Lord starting with G. Now we finished with the adjectives. We're starting with name of the Lord which starts with G.
Okay, Mataji.
Okay, I'll just send into. So have many of them? How many of them? Okay, Dallas. Because for the Rath Yatra, did everybody go to the Rath Yatra?
What, Mataji?
Because we have very less number of students today, right? So I wonder.
It's spring break for some kids in Charlotte area also, Mataji.
Oh, is it Rath Yatra there as well?
No, spring break there.
Oh, Krishna, spring break is not ending, huh? For us.
My spring break I'm in my spring break right now.
Oh, okay.
Mataji,
Because-
my spring break was like yes, like it was like
Mataji,
weeks ago.
my spring break is on March.
Is in March?
Yeah,
Is
my
in March?
spring break came on March only.
In March only. Oh, Ryan, we have Ryan here. Oh, Krishna, one second. One second.
Mataji, last 2 weeks, my spring break was done, finished.
So I think majority of them must have finished your spring breaks, right? Okay, so we have only, okay, what we'll do is first we will start with our chanting and then we'll start, okay? So that let's see, our friends are still joining, they will join us. Just get my chanting bag. Just get your chanting bags, everyone. Everybody has your chanting bag with you? Ryan, do you have your chanting bag with you? Abhinav?
No.
So can you chant with us?
Yeah.
Okay. If you want, you can come on video, okay, Ryan?
Yeah.
I think he's doing some craft. He loves doing craft.
Yeah, I am.
I know you are. I hear something. And I'm going to give you one activity, Ryan, okay? After the chanting. Okay, everybody can start chanting. You can be on unmute as well.
Hare Krishna, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare.
Jai Shri Krishna Chaitanya Prabhu Nityananda Shri Advaita Gadadhara Shivasadi Gauri Bhakta Vrinda Ki Jai. Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Ram 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 Hare Hare. Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Ram 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 Hare Hare. Krishna 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 Hare 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 Ram Ram
Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare Ram, Ram, Hare Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Hare Ram, Ram, Hare Hare Krishna, Hare Ram, Hare Krishna, Hare Ram, Hare Krishna, Hare Ram, Hare Hare Krishna, Hare Hare Rama Rama Hare Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare Rama Rama Hare Hare Krishna Krishna Hare Hare Rama Hare Hare Krishna 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 Hare Rama Rama Hare Hare Krishna Krishna Hare Rama Rama Hare Hare Krishna Krishna Hare Rama Rama Hare Hare Krishna Krishna Hare Hare Rama Rama Hare Hare Krishna Krishna Hare Rama Hare Hare Krishna Krishna Hare Rama Rama Hare Hare Krishna Hare Rama Rama Hare Hare Krishna Krishna Hare Rama Hare Hare Krishna
Krishna Krishna Hare Ram Ram Hare Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Ram Ram Hare 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 Krishna 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 Hare 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 Ram Hare 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 Krishna 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 Hare 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 Ram Ram Hare 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 Krishna 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 Hare 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 Ram Ram Hare 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 Krishna 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 Hare 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 Ram Ram Hare 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 Krishna 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 Hare 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 Ram Ram Hare 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 Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Ram, Ram Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Ram, Ram Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Ram, Ram Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Ram, Ram Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Hare Hare. Hare Ram, Ram Ram. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Hare Hare. Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Hare Hare. Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Hare Hare. Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare. Jai Shri Krishna Chaitanya Prabhu Nityananda Shri Advaita Gadadhar Shri Shri Gaur Bhakta Vrinda Ki
Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Ram, Ram, Ram,
Hare Krishna, Hare Ram, Hare Krishna, Hare Ram, Ram.
Okay, so I'm sharing my screen. Okay, so Ryan, before we start, I have one job for you. Are you doing some craft, Ryan?
Yeah,
Ryan?
Mataji. Yeah,
What are you doing?
I'm doing coloring and
Okay.
stuff.
Oh, it's tough. Okay, I'll just add something for you if you like it. Can I show you something?
Yeah,
Okay, can you see something on the slide?
yeah.
What do you see?
A snail, a spider, flower,
Yeah,
a
but
chick.
do you know how they've done it?
No.
Okay. Okay, let me show you something. See how they've done it. Okay. Check this picture. Can you see this little boy
Yeah,
with his finger? With his finger?
yeah.
So what has he done?
He did it with his hand.
Yes, with his fingers, right? So any color which you wish, you can with a brush, you can apply that color paint to your finger. Okay, the pointer finger is more than enough. And then
I could
you
use
can
with markers.
Yeah, you can do it with marker as well. Okay, you put it to your finger and then you make a fingerprint on a paper, on a plain paper. Okay, you can make it straight, you can make it slanting, any way you wish. So then see, when you make it slanting, then you can make a snail out of it. If you make it slanting, you can make a fish out of it. If you make it straight, then you can make what's this? With the straight one, I think this is just an happy animal.
Elephant?
Or
maybe it's a porcupine.
yeah, a porcupine, right? So, do you have a phone with you, Ryan?
Yeah, I'm using the class with a phone.
Oh, okay. So then as of now, if you are free to do this, you can do this, or whatever you're doing, you can continue. And
I could do this and send it to the group, Mataji.
yes, that would be so great. That would be so nice. Okay. But then the screen, you can make your own imagination animals also, okay? Because the screen might go now, but then I'll send it to you also in the group. Okay?
Okay, Mataji.
Okay. So we all will start with the prayer. Everyone together. Om
ॐ
ज्ञानतिमिरन्धस्य
अज्ञानतिमिरन्धस्य
ज्ञानाञ्जनाशलाकया
ज्ञानाञ्जनशलाकया
चक्षुरुन्मिलितं येन
चक्षुरुन्मिलितं येन
तस्मै
तस्मै
श्रीगुरवे नमः।
श्रीगुरुवे नमः।
नमो
ॐ
विष्णुपादाय
विष्णुपादाय
कृष्णप्रेष्ठाय भूतले
भूतले
श्रीमते
श्रीमते
भक्तिवेदान्ता
भक्तिवेदान्त
स्वामी इति नामिने
Namaste.
नमस्ते
नमस्ते
सरस्वते
सरस्वती
देवे
देवे गौरवाणी
गौरवाणी
प्रचारिणे
प्रचारिणे
Sesha.
निर्विशेष शून्यवादी
शून्यवादी पश्चादेशतारिणे
पाशाद्देशतारिणे जय श्री कृष्ण
कृष्ण
चैतन्य
चैतन्य प्रभु
प्रभु नित्यानंद
नित्यानंद
श्री अद्वैत
अद्वैत
गदाधर
गदाधर
श्रीवासादि
श्रीवासादि
गौरभक्तवृंद
गौरभक्तवृंद
हरे कृष्णा
हरे
कृष्णा
कृष्णा
कृष्ण कृष्णा
कृष्ण
हरे
कृष्ण
हरे
हरे हरे
Hare
हरे
Ram.
हरे
हरे
राम
राम
राम राम
राम
हरे
राम
हरे
हरे हरे
हरे कृष्णा. So thank you everyone for chanting so nicely. Okay, so now we are on the 9th chapter and the 10th verse. Okay, how about having a test sometime? How many of you like tests? Subhadra Girdhari likes it. Where's Subhadra?
Mataji, tests are hard for me.
Tests are hard for you. Okay, maybe we'll not keep up a hard test. We'll
I
keep
can
up a
only
very...
do that when I'm in 10th grade.
My
But
goodness.
I'm only in 1st grade today.
Okay, we'll see how we can make the test more easy for you. Okay. Hi, Krishna, Subhadra. Glad to see you.
हरे
Okay.
कृष्ण माताजी
Hi, Bod. So maybe we'll keep up an easy test, Ryan. Okay, we'll give you, okay, that suppose the first chapter easy verses which we did. For 1 week we'll do only revision for them. Okay. Then the second week we'll do the second chapter, and slowly we'll come till the 9th, 10th chapter till we have come now. Okay, so that all
Okay,
the verses are
Mataji.
also done.
Okay, Mataji.
Okay, so we'll do with this 9.10 verse. We'll do word by word. Maya dakshena,
मया दक्षेण
Maya dakshena,
मया दक्षेण
Mayadhyakshena
Prakriti,
Prakriti.
प्रकृति
Maya dakshena Prakriti,
मया दक्षेण प्रकृति
Maya dakshena Prakriti,
मया दक्षेण प्रकृति
Suyate,
सूयते
Suyate,
सूयते
Sacharacharam,
सचराचरम्
Sacharacharam,
सचराचरम्
Maya dakshena Prakriti,
मायाध्यक्षेण प्रकृति
Suyate Sacharacharam,
सूयते सचराचरम्
Hetunanena,
हेतुनानेन
Hetunanena,
हेतुनानेन
Kaunteya,
कौन्तेय
Hetunanena Kaunteya,
Hetunanena Kaunteya
Hetunanena Kaunteya,
हेतुनानेन कौन्तेय
Maya dakshena Prakriti,
मायाध्यक्षेण प्रकृते
Suyate Sacharacharam,
सूयते सचराचरम्
Hetunanena Kaunteya,
हेतुनानेन कौन्तेय
Jagat,
जगत्
Jagat,
जगत्
Vip, Vipravartate,
विप्रवर्तते
Jagat Vipravartate,
जगत् विप्रवर्तते
Jagat Viparivardate. Maya dakshena prakriti
Mayadakshen prakriti
suyate sacharacharam
Shuyate Characharam
hetunanena kaunteya
Hetunanena Kaunteya
jagat viprarvartate.
Jagat Viprani Vartate.
Okay, I forgot to do this. Okay, 1 second. Okay. Okay, so yes, Abhinav, go ahead with the verse.
मयाध्यक्षेण प्रकृतिः सूयते सचराचरं हेतुनानेन कौन्तेय जगद्विपरिवर्तते.
People, Subhadra.
मयध्यक्षेण प्रकृतिः श्रूयते सचराचरं हेतुनानेन कौन्तेय जगद्विपरिवर्तते. Mataji, can I go?
Yes, yes, go ahead.
Mayadakshen prakriti Shuyate Characharam Hetunanena Kaunteya Jagat Viparivartate.
Okay, then Ryan. Ryan. Okay, Smriti.
मयाध्यक्षेण प्रकृतिः श्रूयते सचराचरं हेतुनानेन कौन्तेय जगद्विपरिवर्तते. Thank you, Mataji.
People. Samskriti.
मायाध्यक्षेण प्रकृतिः श्रूयते सचराचरं हेतुनानेन कौन्तेय
Jagat Viparivartate.
विपरिवर्तते.
Okay. The first word is Maya. Okay, it is that I is not there. It's Maya dakshena. Advait. Thank you, Samskriti. Advait, are you there?
Yes, Mataji. Mayadakshen prakriti Suyate Characharam Hetunanena Kaunteya Jagat Vivartate.
Vip Parivartate.
Viparvartate.
Viparivartate.
Viparvartate.
Very good. Ryan, you want to repeat after me?
Yes, Mataji.
Okay. Maya dakshena prakriti.
Mayadakshe Vayachite
Maya dakshena
Mayadakshenam
prakriti.
Praptaki
Suyate
Suyate
sacharacharam
Sarachacharam
hetunanena
Hetunatinam
kaunteya
Kaunteya
jagat
Jagat
vi
Vi
parivartate.
Parivartate. Thank you, Mataji.
Haribol. Okay, did we do with everyone? Samskriti.
Yes, Mataji.
Okay, everybody is done. Smriti, Ryan. Okay. Okay, so we'll do with our synonyms, okay? So everybody eyes and ears on the synonyms. Okay, so let me see which okay, we haven't done. Okay, the cosmic manifestation.
Jagat.
Jagat.
Jagat. Very good. Suyate.
Manifests.
Manifests. Okay, the moving and the non-moving.
Characharam.
Characharam. Okay, though one person says it, I want everybody to repeat after it, okay? We can, suppose you do not find a word, but somebody says it and then you see that word, you still have to repeat it. so that it becomes a little bit more fluent for you. Prakriti,
Material nature.
Material nature.
material
Material
nature.
nature.
Very
Material
nice.
nature.
Thank you so much,
Mataji,
Ryan.
I know what the material nature is.
Very good. I am sure that you know about it.
It's the world that material world always watch you. If you're doing good habits, then you will go to Vaikunta. If material nature sees you doing bad habits, that means you're going to Yamaloka.
Very nice, Ryan. I'm so happy, Ryan. Always, every week, you show me that you have been listening. You've been listening to the classes, or you've been reading. So, can you tell me a little bit more? What are you doing? Are you listening to classes? Are you going to classes? What are you doing, Ryan?
Sometimes if I go to the temple and listen in the temple classes, I forgot what the temple name was. It's I think it's the ISV temple. I don't know how to read it that much far, so I sometimes attend those classes. I attend one of those classes, and I listen the
Classes with the Prabhujis, okay? Is
yeah.
it?
Yeah,
Very nice.
I did that a long time ago, but now I'm done doing that
Okay. So, maybe
because I
some
got
more.
because my work was done of that.
Okay. Okay. Yes, Giridhari?
Mataji, can I say something? So
Go ahead.
Mataji, this verse is talking to us about like Krishna is always in the Bhagavad Gita. Bhagavad Gita and Krishna are not like they're the same because Krishna is talking speech and Krishna himself are non-different with each other.
Yes.
So Krishna
Yes.
says that that every energy and every non-living thing and living thing are like under his guidance, like inside.
Yes. Very nice. Very nice. We'll go ahead with this verse, okay? And I'll ask you to share some more points that time. We'll just finish with the synonyms. Kaunteya.
Oh, son of Kunti.
Kunti.
Oh, son of
Very
Kunti.
nice. Very nice. Maya.
By me.
By me.
By me. Hetuna.
For
Hetuna.
the reason.
For the reason.
For the reason.
The
Hetuna.
reason.
For the reason. Anena.
This.
This. So in the verse we have it together, right? Hetuna anena. So for this very reason, right? When we say it in English, for this very reason. So it's hetuna anena. Characharam.
The moving and non.
The
and the
moving
non-
and non-moving.
The
Moving.
moving and non-moving.
Moving. Very good. By
And the-
superintendence.
Adhyakshana.
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 Adhyakshena. It's a proper Sanskrit word, right? Adhyakshena. Viparivartate.
Is working.
Is
working.
working.
Is working.
Viparivartane. No.
Very good,
vartate.
Ivonia. Yes, I want you all to repeat that. V, just if it becomes harder for you to pronounce, you just separate out the V from it. V parivartate.
Jagat
Viparivartate.
Jagat V parivartate.
Jagat viparivartate.
Jagat V parivartate.
Jagat viparivartate.
Very good. Very nice. Okay, so Ryan, can you read the translation for us, please?
Okay, Mataji. I needed to be squirreled.
Okay. Is it okay now?
I don't see it that much far.
Okay, I know because you're on the phone, right? Okay, no worries, no worries. Can you repeat after me then Ryan? This
Yeah.
material nature.
This material nature, which is one of my energy, is working under my direction, O son of
Kunti.
Kunti,
Producing.
producing
All moving
all moving
and non-moving beings.
and non-moving beings.
Under its rule,
Under its rule,
this manifestation
this manifestation
is created
is created
and
and
annihilated
highlighted
again and again.
again and again.
Okay, thank you so much. Abhinav, can you read the translation for us again?
This material nature, which is one of my energies, is working under my direction, O son of Kunti, producing all moving and non-moving beings. Under its rule, this manifestation is created and annihilated again and again.
Very good. See, so the Lord himself is mentioning over here that this material nature, which is one of my energies, is working under my direction. Okay. So see, nowhere in any places over here that the Lord, all over in the Bhagavad Gita, when we see that the Lord is giving us assurance over and over again that this world, this I am the seed giving father, it's me who has made it, right? So it is such a you do not have to go and find how Lord Brahma, when he came out from the navel of the Lord, he was looking out for what is his source, where have I come from, what am I doing here, right? And then he had to be given the knowledge by the Lord. But we are so very fortunate that in the Bhagavad Gita, the Lord himself has spoken that everything around you which is there is my energy. So you don't have to go out and see, oh, how is the sun coming? How is this light coming? But there are still people around. There are sometimes you have the answers with you, but you are so adamant that you do not want to accept that answer, and then you go on finding something more for it. Okay. Does it happen every time that suppose you know that you are wrong, but still you want somebody to tell you right, so you go on asking everybody else, what do you think this is? What do you think this is? Sometimes it happens with, maybe we'll give a reason for example with it. What would be an example for this? Let's think about it and then come. Oh, you have something, Girdhari?
Wait, which one, Mataji?
Okay, we'll come with it. Like, suppose we just, like we are talking about atheist people who they they are sure that the world is being made by some force, but still they go on asking questions, or they still go on speculating things that maybe this is the reason, maybe that is the reason, and they do not want to accept the superiority of the Lord. Okay. And then they go on looking for various examples, they go on looking for various scriptures, or they go on doing some experiments so as to prove themselves. Smriti, you want to say something?
Mataji, is it like the Big Bang Theory? Like they said the world was from a tiny atom, and then in less than a second, it became the entire world was created. Even though it doesn't really make sense, how can something just be created just like that if there's no force acting on it?
Right. So for this example, as we can see over here, see what do these people believe in? The theory is the Big Bang theory. That just for to just go. Yes, Abhinav.
There was once a story. Abraham Lincoln, Abraham Lincoln's friend came over to his house, and he asked, "Oh, where did this picture of the solar system come from? From where did you get it?" And Abraham Lincoln said, "It just came out of nowhere." The friend didn't understand, and Abraham Lincoln said, "How do you think the universe could just come out of nowhere? There has to be something that created it."
Right. How is it that everything is in such a exact way, or how is it that everything is in such a perfect condition? To give a more a day-to-day analogy is that suppose I take a glass, okay, a glass which is made up of glass, and I just break it down. Okay, and after that breaking, can I expect that there will be a new glass being formed, a perfect glass being formed? Can we expect that? Then if we do not, if we know that something, when it is going to break, when it is going to shatter, it is not going to give a perfect product, how can we just say that by a bang, which was like a collision, and out of that a perfect universe is formed, wherein all the planets are perfectly aligned in their orbits, they are moving in a proper way. When you go with the astrology, you can know that each and every graha, the satellites, the planets, they're moving in a particular fashion, they're moving in a particular way in which, and then they are present in the universe as if somebody has taken them and placed them in their orbits. So such a perfection, how can it be possible from an imperfect act, right? So when we have like, you know, the scientists also, there were some of them who they did not have a reason, right? They knew that this is all in a perfect way, and it is in a perfect it is like as if it has been planned in a specific way. And how is it possible? How is it that the universe is holding on? So they did not have an answer to it, and then they said that there is some force. Okay, because they were scientists, they did not directly want to say that, okay, it is God, or they did not say that, but said that there's something about their understanding, beyond their understanding, which is the reason for this existence. Okay, because now again, these scientists, because we are in this part of our explanation, these scientists, and Srila Prabhupada also explains over here in this whole purport, that for some matter to come, there has to be life. Okay. And these scientists, on the other hand, were saying that life came out of just nowhere, just as this Big Bang says, right? I'll just give you one example, was that during Darwin's time, okay, the Darwin's theory, Wallace, these were all scientists who were working on the evolution and the origin of life. So what they said was, you know, that suppose now at home also, if you see that, suppose you are keeping um, a container closed, okay, it's maybe it is not a very tight, airtight container. What happens is after a few days, you can see that there are like some, some worms formed into it. Like if suppose if you leave an apple somewhere and you forget about it, then so after some days you'll see that there are worms over it. Bananas, like the if you keep a banana, if you forget it, then there are small worms into it. The Drosophila, the house, not the housefly, what is it? What's Drosophila called? The fruit fly. The fruit fly, they form on it, right? So what did they say? Oh, if you keep something closed like this, then a new life is going to come out of. See, I kept a banana and then new organisms started growing out of it. So this banana gave rise to this organisms. And then, Giridhari, you want to say something?
Yes, Mataji. Can I, Mataji? I wrote it, a paragraph from Srila Prabhupada to my teacher, and he was impressed. And yeah, he was impressed.
Very good. Maybe at the end, please remind me. I'm going to spotlight you so that everybody can read that out. Okay, and we'll ask you more details what you did in that paragraph. Okay, just remind me. Don't forget. Okay, so then there were also times when they said that if the hair of the horse, the tail of the horse is there, if that tail of the horse is dipped in water and kept it, it will give rise to frogs. And then what it was again, that when it starts raining, then frogs are born from the on the earth's surface. But what happens when it starts raining? Frogs start coming out, right? So they said that when it starts raining, the frogs start are born when it starts raining. So there's some connection between them. So these people had all sorts of this weird ideas that life came from non-living thing or non-living matter. Okay, so as we go ahead, we will see into it. See, the next over here is like some chemicals you add, and then from that you can produce life. Is that possible? This is what Srila Prabhupada asked. That if you say that life is coming out of nowhere, then if you just add in some chemicals, is it possible that a life can come into existence? What do you think? Can life be formed by just adding some chemicals?
No,
Because,
Mataji.
right, if we say
No,
that our body has chemicals, our body has, we'll go with an example also over here. Okay, I hope the elementary example is over here.
Mataji, actually the scientists, like when Srila Prabhupada met, were very like bogus gurus who said that I'm God, like I did that. Like that's not true, because real matter is like the signs of Krishna consciousness.
Right. So see, over here also what the example is given is that it's like how, whether it's they always had that question, maybe it is whether the egg first or the chicken first. Over here, if we see that, then if we agree out to it, okay, that yes, the life is coming out from life, then see over here, what the example was given is that suppose now this is a lime tree, okay? A lime tree, and then you say that okay, the life is coming from some chemical matter, some some sort of all chemical mixing. Now the question of limited and unlimited, this is what Srila Prabhupada asks in one of the in the purport also it is mentioned that this lime tree, if we take up all the limes and form the lime juice, right, how much of this lime juice can we form? There will be a limit, right? But for the Lord, to form or to produce unlimited lemon trees is not very hard for him, right? There are so many lemon trees which are there on this earth, right? And if we say that yes, from there we are going to have this acid, it will be such a limited thing, like taking so many lemons and then forming the acid or then the lemon juice or this the chemical experiments which we talk about. But for all this, there should be some source from where it has come. And that source, which is an unlimited source, is nobody but the Lord who has created everything. Over here, the next example which is given in our purport is about the motor car. Okay. Now this is a motor car. Then I'll show you, we also have the more internal details of also about it, the car, the engine, and all what of the brakes and everything, all sorts of whatever things are there in the car. So now this car is there, then why is it not moving?
There's no person to drive the car.
Yes, there's no person to drive the car, right? That means this is just a matter. The car is just a matter, but it needs some living thing to drive the car, right? Now there will be some very, some few atheists which will be there, or some people who really want to argue. They will say, oh, do not worry now. We have cars which are manual, which do not need a human intervention. It will be just like they are driverless cars, right? But
Yeah,
then if
but
you just,
those a human still needs to operate them,
yes.
even if it's functional like that.
Exactly. So this is what, like when you're reading through the scriptures, this is how you can defend or this is how you can deal with these atheists or the people who are just trying to be more scientific and not ready to accept the fact that there is some super being which is there, or superpower which is controlling everything. So these two examples just give us a very brief glance of what we exactly are asking about. Okay. So see, Krishna first expands himself as okay, well, first we'll go with the sequence and then we'll come to this. Okay. So Srila Prabhupada on the other hand asked them that can you, with the chemicals, can you make some life? Which is not possible. Okay. Now, how is it that it is just that with the Lord's glance over this material world that the creation was, or the creation was created, right? Now, in this, what is, there is we say that yes, the Lord made everything, but the Lord does not play any role in each and every, whatever is happening, it is happening according to our wish, our will. The Lord does not interfere anywhere. Then the question comes that if the Lord has created everything, but still, why is it that the Lord is not responsible for our deeds? Does anybody think about that when the Lord says that over here, okay? See, this material world, which is one of my energies, is under my direction. O son of Kunti, producing all moving and non-moving beings. That the Lord himself says that I am the one who has created all the moving and non-moving beings. Under its rule, this manifestation is created and annihilated again and again. That means the producing of this universe is also in the Lord's hand. The annihilation is also on the Lord's hand. So whatever is going on in this material world, the Lord does not interfere over there. Do we know any verse which we have talked about in the last time? Maybe we haven't come up to that verse yet. So, okay, we will come to that as well, okay? The thing is that the Lord created all the universe, but still he is aloof of that. He does not interfere with whatever is happening in day-to-day basis. So we'll talk about that part, okay? Abhinav, can you read this for us?
All these living entities, although born under the glance of the Supreme Lord, take their different bodies according to their past deeds and desires. So the Lord is not directly attached to this material creation. He simply glances over the material nature. Material nature is thus activated, and everything is created immediately.
Okay. So see, what over here is, the Lord is not directly attached to this material creation. So what is it? That whatever deeds we are doing, whatever thoughts we are having, according to that is what we are going to experience in our lives. Okay. So sometimes we say, oh, why did this happen to me now? I'm doing so much of bhakti. Why is this wrong thing happening to me now? But remember, we have to always remember that our past deeds and desires are also a reason for this to happen, right? A best example in whatever in our classes, what we hear is that suppose at the end of the life or at the end of your life, I think that I've given this example many times. I feel that, oh, you know what, my deeds are not good. I haven't been a good person. I haven't done good sadhana, and I haven't been a good person throughout my life. But then too, if I feel that, you know, in my next life, I have to take birth in a very opulent family. Okay, at the time of passing away from this body, I feel that if a person thinks that, yes, I have to take birth in a very nice family and I should be born in a rich family, but the person does not have enough deeds, good deeds, wherein he can be born into a human life also. Forget about a very opulent family. What will happen? The person, if he has his past deeds are not good, he might take birth, and but what was his thought during when he was quitting his body? That he has to take birth in a very opulent family, in a very prosperous family, right? But his deeds are not sufficient to it. What we do is we try to trick Krishna. We try to trick Krishna. Okay, Krishna, you say that whatever is the desire during the last end of my life, you are going to give me birth according to that. So my desire is that I should take birth in a very opulent family. What does Krishna do? Abhinav, you want to guess?
He won't even give you as a pet in that family. He'll give you as a bug.
I know. So what will happen?
The
Yes.
taken care of very nicely, but the bug just be spotted.
So, right, if my deeds are not good, but at the end of my life, the desire is like this, wherein I feel that I'm going to trick Krishna. Krishna is the biggest trickster, right? What he will do, he'll say, okay, fine, you will get birth into a very nice opulent family, but I might get birth as a fly, as a bug, as a cockroach, anything, right? So we cannot fool Krishna. We cannot trick him in any way. We have to instead of tricking Krishna, it is always the best to love Krishna, to be under his guidance, and to do whatever is needed for us to get away from this material life. Okay, trust me, this all, as you grow older, we'll see that there are so many things which are really bothersome, which are really bothering. So the shelter of the lotus feet of the Lord is the only solace, is the only way by which you can just cross this ocean. Last 2 weeks back, we were on a beach, and then there was like it was a small village, and then there were the cows, like I think it was the bull, which they were taking to the farms, and then they were crossing through the shore, and then the hoof print of the cow was on the sand, and it was so nice. That time I just remembered about Srila Prabhupada's that how the material world and the hoof of the cow, right? The hoof of the cow, and how the water, because it was a beach, right? So wherever the imprint was made, the water was coming and getting collected into that hoof print. And it was such a beautiful experience. Like Krishna is everywhere. Okay. So like if we do something wrong, don't say that, yes, Krishna has told me to do this wrong. He is not interfering anywhere into your things. You are doing everything according to your wish, and we are doing according to whatever thinking or whatever things we get influenced from. Now, again, to explain that how Krishna is aloof from this, we can have this over here. Whom do I see? Okay, Samskriti, you want to read this? I think Samskriti must be having a food. Who is there? Advait, are you there?
Sorry.
Okay, Samskriti. Can you read this for us?
Sure. When there is a fragrant flower before someone, the fragrance is touched by the smelling power of the person, yet the smelling and the flower are detached from one another. There is a similar connection between the material world and the Supreme Personality of Godhead. Actually, he has nothing to do with this material world, but he creates by his glance and
Audience. Okay, so just like the flower and the smell, when you see, it is, yes, that the flower, you see that the flower and the smell, they are together, right? It's the flower and the smell. But yet the smell, I had a flower for you all. Where's the flower? Yeah. So see, I just took a flower from my garden. So this is the champa flower, right? The chafa, we call it the champa flower. So I haven't smelled it as yet. I want to offer it. So the smell and the flower, the both though are the same, but yet it is distinct, right? That the flower has the smell. The smelling of the flower are detached from one another. The smelling power of the person, because he's smelling, so he can have the fragrance of the flower. So when there is fragrant flower before someone, the fragrance is touched by the smelling power of the person. Yet the smelling and the flower are detached from one another. So these examples just tell us how the Supreme Lord he has created the universe, but still he is aloof from it. Okay. Now in one of the statements where Krishna has said this, yes. Who wants to read this? The first verse of the Srimad Bhagavatam. Everybody, I think everybody must have done. Yes, Giridhari?
Mataji, can me and my sister go?
Yes, go ahead.
Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya Janmadhyasya Navya Itaratas Charteshwabhijana Swarat Tene Brahma Hridaya Adikavaye Muyanti Shuraya Teja Varividam Yata Vrinimaya Yatra Trisharga Visha Damna Shrina Shada Nirashta Kuhakam Shatyam Varam Dhimai.
Thank you so much, Subhadra Giridhari. Yes, Abhinav.
Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya Janmadasya Yato Nivaditaratas Chatvesha Bhignaswarat Tene Brahma Hridaya Adikavaye Muhyanti Yatsuraya Tejo varimridam yata vinimayo yatra trisargo mrisa damna svena sada nirasta kuhakam satya param dhimahi.
Haribol. Thank you so much. Yes, Smriti?
ॐ नमो भगवते वासुदेवाय जन्माद्यस्य यतोऽन्यवादितरतश्चार्थेष्वभिज्ञास्वरात् तेने ब्रह्महृदाय आदिकवये मुह्यन्ति यत्सूरया तेजो वारिमृदं यथा विनिमयो यत्र त्रिशर्गो मृषा नाम्ना स्वेन सदा निरस्तगुहकं सत्यं परं धीमहि.
Haribol. Advait?
ॐ नमो भगवते वासुदेवाय जन्मादस्य यतोऽन्यवादितरतश्चार्थेषु विघ्नस्वरात् तेने ब्रह्महृदाय आदिकवये मुह्यन्ति यत्सूरयः तेजो वारिमृदं यथा विनिमयो यत्र त्रिसर्गो मृषा दाम्ना स्वेन सदा निरस्तकुहकं सत्यं परं धीमहि. Thank you, Mataji.
Wonderful, wonderful. Very nice. Okay, are we missing anyone? Okay, everybody said it. Okay. Very nice. Okay. So over here, this first verse, the Lord Himself is saying that I am the one, it is who has created everything. And from, like, how did Brahma get the knowledge is through the heart, right? When the Lord touched him through through that, the Brahma also got all the knowledge. So if the Lord is confirming over here in another place, see what are we doing? That this is, we saw what the scientists have said. Now, when we are saying that it is the Lord who has made everything, now we are giving the pramana for all this. We are giving the the explanation where Krishna has said this. Yes, Abhinav?
Can I read the sloka?
Okay, go ahead.
Aham sarvasya prabhavo matta sarvam pravartate iti matva bhajante mam buddha bhava samanvita. Isn't this a part of the Chatur Slokis?
Yes, 10.8. Yes.
Yeah.
Okay. Okay, go ahead, Subhadra Giridhari.
अहं सर्वस्य प्रभवमतः सर्वं प्रवर्तते इति मत्वा भजन्ते मां बुधभावसमन्विता. So Mataji,
Samskriti?
अहं सर्वस्य प्रभवो मत्तः सर्वं प्रवर्तते इति मत्वा भजन्ते मां बुद्धभावसमन्वितः.
Good. Yes, Advait?
अहं सर्वस्य प्रभवो मता सर्वं प्रवर्तते इति मत्वा भजन्ते मां बुधभावः समान्वितः.
Very good. So what? Yes, Smriti.
अहं सर्वस्य प्रभवो मदः सर्वं प्रवर्तते इति मत्वा भजन्ते मां पुरा भावा समन्विता.
Very good. So what we will do is next week, we will have to continue with this because there was a story also with this, which I need to tell you. So we'll continue with the same verse next week as well. It's already 7:20. I lost track of time. So we'll continue with the same verse so that we understand more about what, because there are so many purports wherein Srila Prabhupada has explained about this. There's a lot of explanation, there are a lot of analogies and stories also with it. Okay. So we'll continue with this next week and we'll see what pramanas we are going to give, where Krishna himself has said that I am the one who is the seed giving father, and I'm the one because of which, or who has made the universe. And this, all the theories of how the existence of this universe will try to unveil it. Okay, is that okay, everyone?
Yes, Mataji.
Okay.
Thank you so much, Mataji.
Yeah, so
कृपा सिन्धुभ्येव च पतितानां पावनेभ्यो वैष्णवेभ्यो नमो नमः। अनंतकोटि वैष्णववृंद की जय, श्रीमद् प्रभुपाद की जय।
Thank you, Mataji. Thank you, Indra Mataji.
सीता प्रीति माता जी की जय।
All our kids की जय. Hari Bol.
Hare
Hare
Krishna.
Krishna.